Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. He'll start the return inside his 5. So Texas Tech's offense will be first on the attack. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, we'll keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Quickly out to the tight end. Hauled down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Red Raiders headed quickly to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now the play fake. Finds his tight end. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Hudson. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Red Raiders have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Tight end now in motion. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Wide open downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Nice move there. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get it lined up.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Red Raiders, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wide receiver going in motion. The lone back's got it. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Might as well stick with him. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Looking for a man. It's Flagway. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
How about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You've got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Goes out of bounds, but not before he takes that return into plus territory at the 47. So Texas's offense will take the field for the first time. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Defense gave them a free one on that one. It's now 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Sets up the screen. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Caught. Still on his feet at the 45. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Red Raiders want to move quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Under fire. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Caught over the middle. It's Hudson. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Arizona State is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Sun Devil Stadium, but despite the forks up right now, this one is tight. They're up by 7 over North Texas. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The run to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help tack on this third. Turning it on. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Bagway. Quick strike complete. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. And the Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Red Raiders are in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw again. Fires and picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Longhorns are flying down the field. Gives it on the option. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack?
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off-play action on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Makes the grab over the middle. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Red Raiders line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Gets the back moving. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. With the catch, it's Jackson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Trying play action. Here's a hit. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot Complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. Looking downfield, it's Lacey. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They won't let him in. He had a nose for the end zone, but he will be stopped short. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Second and goal coming up. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation, and with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Texas offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments and pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. You can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to set goals, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And if this defense... get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense, and that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
To the air, it's Lacey. He rifles one deep to the left. He's got it for a big play. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Longhorns have this offense rolling. Right down the middle. Got a wide open receiver. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
position when you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What are you doing in the interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. On the move, it's Gibson. Oh, he's got some space. The 40, at the 30. He's at the touchdown, Longhorns! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Hand off from the gun. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Give to the running back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. And the Red Raiders will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. And that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles. He's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Back to throw, it's Lacey. Looking to the big tight end. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Once you start to get down towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks the tackle. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Red Raiders will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields to punt. Wants to make a play. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking for space to the left. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. Wide open spaces. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Texas!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Winston. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. To throw, it's Lagway. Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Going to the ground. Sweet hit there. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Red Raiders will hustle to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the ground, he's got it again. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Offense, quick tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The play action fake. Got it in the middle, it's good. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Ross, the defense is wide open. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Man, that is just what this defense did not need. Late in the football game, up by a couple of scores, you just can't give up the big play. And listen, that was a contested catch, but we got to get guys on the ground. Can't give up explosive.
And he takes it in. offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Looking left. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Hey, good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw. It's Lacey. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Great place to start for this offense. The give to the back. They make the stop, and he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. And the Red Raiders in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Off play action. Finds his man. It's Miller. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Running back searching for a hole. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the edge on the jet sweep. Fights off a defender. And they're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Red Raider! Quick strike through the air for the score. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
That just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. North Carolina has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up by 20.
Touchdown, Longhorns! They move on top here in the fourth. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Runs through a tackle. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Lagway. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Texas! The defense takes matters into its own hands. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. The give from the gun. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hudson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll keep it himself. There he goes. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Red Raiders are rolling down the field.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. From the red zone, looking for a man. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Fires into the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. Down to the 36-yard line and some nifty moves to try to make a big play on the interception. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the defense is their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Speeding down the left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. As they Push that lead out. A really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the fourth. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Wilson. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Finds his target down the middle.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They've dominated this football game today.
Shoots it to the left. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because this is always, there's a